If you want to know something about Bali, stay with me and I will explain you everything about this town, what's going on, what to do, what not doing, everything you need to know in 2024. Okay, let's talk about things that you should do and you shouldn't do here in Bali. Never actually step on this sort of Hindu donation. Okay, it's not polite, they put it outside, it's like a sort of tradition here. Some flour, some food and some incense, so please don't step on it. Food in Bali can be really spicy, so if you like spicy, that is the place where you want to be. But local food, the tendency is to be really spicy. If you don't want to have spicy, there are no much alternatives, so get ready to get some Western food and pay a little bit more than usual. Another thing that is not really polite to do is shake your hands with your left hand side. It's a religious thing, so just try to be careful. Don't do anything with your left. If you want to do something, use your right. Another important thing that you shouldn't do here in Bali is driving a scooter without skills. Here in Bali, unfortunately, is the only means of transportation. Buses and taxis, they are really expensive and they are not worth it. If you hire a scooter, you will be completely independent and you're gonna be able to do whatever you want in any times. Prices are very cheap. For a month, almost a month, I pay around 70 euros, which is a super good price. Let's get to the point of what should I do in Bali and give you a general prospect of this amazing island in Indonesia. It's like a small paradise in between Java and Lombok. It's not just a dot in the map, it's a vibrant blend of stunning landscape, rich culture and warm vibes. Picture this, lush greenery everywhere, thanks to volcanic peak like Mount Agung. And the beaches, there are not just beaches, there are postcards perfectly stretched on a sand. Bali got these unique things going on, a Hindu culture in a mostly Muslim country. Temple, ceremony and festival are a part of the daily life. Bali know how to show the visitors a good time. You got Ubud, the central part of the island, with the traditional dance and the mind-blowing rice terrace. And the craft wood carving and the local market are a feast for your eyes. Don't forget the underwater wonder. Snorkeling and diving in Bali are like jumping into a real-life aquarium. The coral reef are a riot of color. Bali is famous for its wonderful beach and also for its waves. A destination for all surfers. From my personal point of view, those are the most beautiful beaches in this island. Let's start with Canggu Beach. Located in a village of Canggu in the North Kuta, district of Bagdu, quite close to the Legian Beach. Certainly the most famous for surf lovers. But as a beach it hasn't give you a loss. Very high wave and a little beach. If you have a scooter, you have to pay for the parking. The prices are affordable, although there is always a way to avoid that. If you like a crowded area, Seminyak Beach is the one. Located in the most touristic area of Denpasar. Here the sunset is pretty amazing, although it's a little bit overcrowded. However, the area is plenty of bar and restaurant. Grab a beer and enjoy. If you look at white beach around Seminyak, Pantal Beach or Kuta Beach is perfect. Here the prices are even cheaper, definitely less crowded, ideal for a long walk along the beach. Don't hesitate to rent a beach lounger and eat some Balinese food. If you're looking for an intimate and quiet beach, Jimbaran Beach is my favorite, located just after the airport. Here there aren't many tourists, it's mostly a fisherman beach. If you're looking for something adventure and challenging, Uluwatu Beach is what you're looking for. Located few kilometers away from the Uluwatu temple, isn't easy to reach, as to get to the beach you have to walk down to a vertical cliff. Once you are there, the view is spectacular. Gallery and channels are everywhere. Literally, I spent the day watching surfer from the beach. Another beach that for me is worth it to visit is Gargle Beach, located on the east side of the peninsula. Here is mostly for local people. We ended out here as my friend Mauro moved here with his family. It was an unexpected meeting, but the welcome from Mauro and his family and friends was memorable. If you want to enjoy sunrise, Sanur Beach is one of the best options that you can have in Bali. Located on the northeast side of the peninsula, gives you an excellent view from the seaside, if the weather conditions are fine. In my case, wasn't particularly lucky, and those from my personal point of view are the most interesting beaches. And now I want to advise you two places that are absolutely unmissable: Tanalot Temple and Uluwatu Temple. Absolutely far from each other, and I unadvise you to buy a pre-organized tour. The traffic will be so intense that you will be stuck in traffic for hours. The best solution is to rent a scooter. Drive carefully. But let's start with Tanalot Temple. I'm in Tanalot Temple. The traffic is crazy. I don't know how can people cope to this mess. However, I'm here now. It's really early in the morning. There's no one around. Entrance is like 60,000, which is few euros. And well, let's see what's going on. I thought it was free, but no. But it looks nice and not really crowded right now. Hopefully it's gonna be fun. The entrance is here. Now I'm going to make the ticket. Walking down to the temple, it's probably 2 minutes. You have to cross sort of market. I kind of encouraging you to buy things. It's impressive, you know, how people just spends hours to just doing photos and not even enjoy what they do. My policy is to take photos, videos, and whatever it needs, and then after that I'm gonna put my cameras away and I'm gonna just stay here for like an hour and chill and relax. That is an advice that I give to people then, you know, get here and you want to have memory, but just memory, the most remarkable memory are in your head. So keep in mind, sometimes put your device away and enjoy. But let's move to Uluwatu Temple right down south. Opening time is 3:30 p.m. You don't need to buy a ticket online. You can show up at any time after 3:30. Remember, this is a Hindu temple and you must cover your leg. No worries, they provided at the entrance a sarong for free. Once you are inside, enjoy the nature along the cliff. The temple itself is pretty small and also pretty busy. I suggest to find a good spot far away from the temple and enjoy the sunset. But let's move to visit the center of this beautiful island. Destination Ubud, right in the heart of Bali. What I did is pretty unusual. I drove the scooter from Denpasar to the rice field terrace. It's about 60 kilometers. Estimate time a couple of hours. The driving is fine as long as you drive wisely. Once you get there, the place is absolutely worth it to visit, and the time that you've been driving is well rewarded. Right, just arrived to the rice field after like 27 kilometers, maybe more, 37. One thing's really important. When you having a scooter, the most common scam here, people let you park and when you leave they asking you money. That's a scam. They should asking you money before you parking. The entrance is here. Oh no, they give me this number. The ticket is 50,000 and yeah, if you want to do the swing it's probably even more, but I'm not going to do that. It's Bob Marley play. I'm not sure if you can hear, but it's a good welcoming. If you manage to get to the rice field at 8 o'clock, you cut down queues, mess, you can take photos without no people around you, so just think about, because it could be a good option. I'm working up to the other side. It's like 5k per person just to go there. I really can't advise you, it's nothing 5k. What's the point to charge you 5k to go there? It's ridiculous. You know, people for making money do everything. They can sell their mother. It's pretty sad, especially because you pay already the entrance and you know, it should be free. Go to the other side. This is the cable for the zip line, then they take you to the other side. Welcome to the rice terrace in Ubud. Actually, it's like 10 kilometers north of Ubud. Oh my god, this is a durian tree. This is a durian hanging up on the tree. Stinky. I don't know if you like it, let me know, because I don't. And I might, you know, get the wrong ideas. So if you have any suggestion to have a durian, let me know, because it's a type of fruit that I never actually understand. So when you get to the other valley, don't stop. It's like on the left hand side another path, then it takes you to this big rice field, and I haven't seen yet, but I will show you as soon as I get there. Quick important thing, if you enter from one side, don't get mistake to come back from the same way than you enter. There is another way which is a little bit farther down, but I mean, you're gonna visit some nice rice field like this one. Not quite sure what's going on up here. I think it's worth it to check. It looks like a temple. I came up here for no reason. View is pretty nice. I thought it was a temple. No temple at all. Very hard to understand the exit, but yeah, there are like some signs, but there are a lot of junction. Yeah, it's tricky but worth it, so don't give up. If you get stuck in some point, keep going and you will find it. I might find a way out. I'm close to the way out. The way out, it's about 500 meters from the entrance. Time to leave. I'm gonna head into Ubud, visiting the monkey temple and the city. I'm on the way to get to the monkey forest. I know it's kind of touristic and I don't like monkeys, but it's something that has to be done, and I'll do that for you guys, just for you. How much is it, the entrance?
80,000 for
80,000. Can I have one ticket, please? How long does it take? 1 hour. Monkey Forest is into Ubud city. It's very touristic. It's not something that it blow up my head, but yeah, if you want to pop up for a quick tour, it's worth it. The price is affordable. And now let's go and visit the city and few temples. I spent half day in Ubud and I found it interesting place to stay. There are some temple and market that are worth it to check it out. Although Monkey Forest is the main attraction, I found it a little bit too crowded. Time to start my return to Denpasar. But first I will pop up to Elephant Temple, which is on my way back home. Welcome to the Elephant Cave. Price is 50. It takes like half an hour. It's worth it to come here and visiting. If you have a chance, don't get here around 12, as I did. But according to my schedule, I couldn't do any better. Anyway, Elephant Caves, worth it to visit, not far from Ubud Central. My god, this statue, she's got like a big boots. You see? I like Hindu religion. Time to move to one of the most iconic waterfalls in Bali. the Tigananga waterfall, 10 kilometers south from Elephant Cave. Expecting a lot of people here. Price it's affordable, it's allowed to swim, and there are plenty of bar and a restaurant and also a small spa. My tour is over, heading back to my hostel. Was a challenging day. I drove my scooter for more than 120 kilometers. Good night. And the last but not the least, a tour to Nusa Penida, it's worth it. I took a pre-organized tour and I saw the main attraction in one day. If you have time, stay there a few days and organize a tour by yourself. But if you can't, a day tour could be a solution. I left early in the morning from my hostel. A minivan came to pick me up from there. Then I reached the east side of Denpasar, where a ferry was taking me to Nusa Penida Island. An hour journey approximately. Once I got there, the first things on schedule is a boat tour to explore the underwater reef. I visited at least 4 different places. Not worry, the snorkeling equipment is included. After that we moved by van for lunch, also included. Nothing special, but it's a free meal. Then we took a drive to Angel's Billabong, an incredible natural infinity pool, southwestern cliff edge with its emerald hues and crystalline water. Pretty, but definitely way too crowded. Last stop is in Kalimping Beach, probably the most iconic spot in Nusa Penida. It's definitely awesome. Here is worth it to spend some time and enjoy the view. And the tour is over, time to go back. This tour isn't expensive and give you the opportunity to visit Nusa Penida in one full day. But if you have time, spend a few days here, is probably much more enjoyable. And this tour is over. Please let me know what do you think and leave a message and like this video. See you at the next episode! No, thank you. I'm filming. You look very beautiful. Thank you very much.